Literary devices. Literary devices are methods a writer employs to make sense to readers. When a writer sits down to create a tale, he doesn't just record what occurred. Instead, he employs storytelling tactics known as literary devices to spread information. There are countless literary devices an author can use, but this list includes some of the most popular ones. Metaphor, simile, idiom, pun, assonance, hyperbole, oxymoron, personification, alliteration, onomatopoeia, anaphora. Metaphor. A metaphor is a form of speech that establishes a direct comparison. For example, this boy was a demon. The metaphor demon is used to indicate that the boy was acting badly in a symbolic sense, rather than that the child is actually a devil. Similarly, see this example. Hannah is a giraffe. Here, the giraffe is a symbolic representation to show height of Hannah. It does not mean that Hannah is actually a giraffe. Simile. Similes use the words like, and as, to compare two things fascinatingly. For example, this little boy is as wily as the devil. Hannah was as cunning as a fox. Idiom. An idiom is a group of words having different and hidden meanings than the literal meaning. For example, spill the beans. Piece of cake. Spill the beans means, revealing secret information unintentionally. Did you spill the beans, and tell everyone that I failed in exams? A piece of cake means, very easy to do. This project was a piece of cake for me. Pun. Pun is the term used to describe the often funny use of a word. For example, Spider is the only developer who loves to find bugs. I don't like boiled eggs because they are hard to beat. Assonance. Assonance is the repetition of the same or similar vowel sounds within words or sentences. For example, I saw a fool who was cool. A certain person hid behind the curtain. Hyperbole. Hyperbole is a form of extreme exaggeration that writers use to emphasize a point. For example, I told you to do this 1,000,000 times. My neighborhood friend is older than Pharaoh. Oxymoron. An oxymoron is a figure of speech where seemingly incompatible phrases are used together. At first, they might appear nonsensical, but in context, they generally make sense. For example, this pizza is awfully good. Sarah is pretty ugly. Other examples include, a living dead, open secret, same difference, etc. Personification. Personification is a figure of speech where an object, concept, or animal is given human characteristics. For example, this is the city that never sleeps. The trees were dancing in the air. The sky was crying over his death. Alliteration. When two or more words that share the same sound are used repeatedly in a phrase or sentence, this is known as alliteration. For example, Sansa Stark sells seashells by the seashore. Go on and gather the green leaves on the grass. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a figure of speech in which words resemble the actual sound of the thing they refer to, or describe. For example, the lion roared in the jungle. The car horn beeped loudly. Anaphora. Anaphora is a figure of speech in which a word or phrase is repeated at the start of subsequent sentences, phrases, or clauses. See how William Blake repeatedly used in the poem London. In every cry of every man. In every infant's cry of fear. In every voice, in every ban.